Hi there, students. Source or resource? Sources or resources? Well, the difference is really very easy. A resource is something that we use to make things with, do things with, whereas the source is where it comes from. Is the origin, is the place where you buy it, the shop that you get it from, the country that it's imported from, the person that makes it. So, for example, the source of the River Thames is in the Cotswold Hills. Okay, and this is where the resource, the water, flows out of the ground. So the source is the origin, is where it comes from, and the resource is the thing that you actually use. So for example, resources, money, time, personnel, human resources, equipment, technology, energy, oil, these are all resources. Whereas a source could be a book, it could be a shop, it could be a website, it could be a survey or an interview. And you have to, a source is where you get things from. Whereas a resource is something that you use, and a resource may be abundant or it may be very, very limited. So the resources and the sources are the places where you get resources. Okay, so the source is the place where you get the resources from. Resources are anything that's useful or valuable to individuals, to organizations, to communities. Financial resources, technological resources. Resources are valuable and they are essential for fulfilling human needs to get various different outcomes. And many resources are natural, come from nature, but humans are resources as well. Whereas the source is the origin, is the provider of information, is the data, is the provider of the product, it's the outlet, it's where the thing actually comes from. The resource is the thing that you use. A person could be defined as resourceful. That means they have lots of different abilities to solve problems. The source of those resources is the person themselves. Okay, but they are resourceful. They're not sourceful. They are the source of these resources. You could have, for example, source code in coding. The source code are the instructions that the computer follows. So this is the code, which is the source, is the origin of the computer's instructions. So a resource, a valuable possession, a quality, a commodity. The country's greatest resource is its workers. There are huge oil and gas resources in the North Sea. Okay, the source of those resources is the North Sea. The source, where something starts from, where it starts out, where it comes from. A heat source, a light source. Oranges are a good source of vitamin C. Money is a source of problems. Whereas resources, a natural resource, a commercial resource, something that you use, but where does it come from? Well, a natural resource, the source is from nature. So these two are very, very close together. The source, the origin of something. A reporter is only as reliable as the reporter's sources. And the different sources of a reporter are a resource, because this is where where the information that the reporter gets. Okay, so nowadays, where things are sourced can be very important. If they have been sourced naturally or organically, okay, so the resource is a supply. It's something that's available for use, whereas the source is where it comes from. She has been a great source of strength to me. A government source gave information to the press that my income is, well, my job is my only source of income. It's where I gather the resource of money. So a resource, a place, a thing that you get perhaps from a certain place. So resource or source. Okay, both of these come from this word source, from Old French source, a beginning, a spring, from Latin surgo, to rise up, where I guess it's where the sub from below and rego, to lead from below, and I get the feeling that this is coming from springs, from water. So source or resource. Bye for now.